Hi David, Phil Beever here from the Wilderness Club. Just want to recap on our lesson. So if we follow your swing here on the left, we can see one, takeaway is impeccable there. The club hides the hands, cuts through the right forearm, really good. For me, the hands are still, for you, going up a little bit too high. I mean, I would like to see them hands and that left arm just a little bit lower and flatter. Also, this right elbow of yours, to me, for a lot of people, that would be acceptable on their sort of sharp, on their spine angle. But for you, the problem is with this right elbow in that position, it really wants to come over. So when we start down, we can see that elbow never really folds. So as we're coming down now, we're what we call a little bit too steep, purely because this elbow for me is in the wrong angle. If it was at the top here, pointing straight down, the elbow would just fall down on this sort of line. But with you there, your hands go work this way a little bit too much for me. So I think that would make a big difference. So you do well here. So you're coming down way too steep, and you work hard to try and shallow it, but it's just all a bit too late. And you were clipping quite a lot of the shots, so hitting them a little bit thin, and weren't quite getting through it as much. So I showed you an image of Sergio, and all I asked you to do really was feel like you rotate this left forearm as you take the club back. Feel like you rotate it, and that got this right elbow. If you look at your swing now, look at the backswing there, that's completely different. That elbow there is in a fantastic position at the top of your swing. Very different there, almost pointing straight to the floor as opposed to this elbow here. Now from that position you are here, David, on the right, all you can do now is get the club to drop behind you. We fixed that very quickly as soon as you got that right forearm to rotate. Yes, the takeaway might mess up a little bit, but we can tidy it up another day. But that to me is gold dust. This left arm and club's one line. It's in a much lower position. So if we look at the top of your swing compared to this one, draw a line down, we can see the club is, for me, in a much, like I said, deeper position there. If you look at where them lines finish, and I'm not perfectly straight. And the second thing we worked on again was just trying to set up in line with the ball and just hit the ground anywhere in front of the ball. Get me some turf again, David. You lost that interaction with the ground yesterday, and you was hitting them not quite so good. I've seen the scores today. Fantastic score you've shot, so I don't know it's working. But so yeah, rotate that forearm, work on hitting the ground. I want to see some turf come out. You know, at the start of the lesson, I could leave you in this section here and you wouldn't wear any grass out, and by the end of it, it was ripped to bits. So work on hitting some turf, work on that forearm rotating,